criteria for infective endocarditis. Duke criteria are used to classify infective endocarditis as definite or possible, using pathological evidence and clinical major and minor criteria. Start with the strongest category, pathological criteria. Endocarditis is definite if you identify either 1. A pathogen in tissue or on an implanted cardiac material in a patient with clinical features of infective endocarditis, or 2. Characteristic histology showing active endocarditis. Now, the clinical major criterion 1 is microbiology. You need either typical infective endocarditis organisms from at least 2 separate blood culture sets or non-typical organisms from at least 3 separate blood culture sets. Special high-yield microbiology also counts as major, including 𝗲𝗵𝗵𝗺 from a single blood culture or supportive testing, and Bartonella species or 𝗲𝗵𝗵𝗴𝗿𝗺 detected on blood molecular testing. High-titer Bartonella serology also supports major microbiologic evidence. Major criterion 2 is endocardial involvement on imaging or direct evidence. This includes characteristic findings on echocardiography or cardiac CT, such as vegetations or complications, and importantly, new valvular regurgitation. It also includes FDG-PET CT findings suggestive of endocarditis, and surgical evidence of endocarditis on direct inspection during cardiac surgery. Now, the minor criteria. Minor criterion 1 is predisposition, a predisposing heart condition, injection drug use, prior endocarditis, or a cardiac implantable electronic device. Minor criterion 2 is fever, defined as more than 38 degrees Celsius. Minor criterion 3 is vascular phenomena, such as embolic events or vascular lesions. Minor criterion 4 is immunologic phenomena, such as immune complex-mediated findings. Minor criterion 5 is microbiology that does not meet major criteria, meaning positive blood cultures consistent with infective endocarditis, but insufficient to qualify as major. Additional minor support can come from consistent culture or PCR from a sterile non-cardiac site, or limited device-associated molecular findings without full major support. And if echocardiography is unavailable, new regurgitation on auscultation can be used as a minor criterion. Now, the interpretation, which is the exam part. Definite infective endocarditis is diagnosed by any of the following: 1 pathological criterion, or 2 major criteria, or 1 major plus 3 or more minor criteria, or 5 minor criteria. Possible infective endocarditis is diagnosed when you have either 1 major plus 1 to 2 minor criteria, or 3 minor criteria. That is the Duke framework. Pathology overrides everything. Major criteria carry the weight, and the final classification is based on the major-minor combinations.